stuck. Um, Dr. Freedom here. We had time some, well, not really doctor news. We're just here in the parking lot again. And I see the morning offerings being poured into the sacrificial bowl called the parking lot. Yeah, it's kind of slow here today. 36 degrees Fahrenheit out here this morning in the land of Ohio. I'm not sure really what to talk about today. I almost typed in Tuesday into the box because, yesterday seemed like a Monday, but it wasn't. And then I get the best of news. Not only is, they allowed me to come back in on a Tuesday instead of Monday, but Saturday's not scheduled. So it's a 4-day work week. I've been spending some time on Fallout again, Fallout 4. I've been trying out a new mod that came out not long ago. Well, I think it's been updated. It was based off the Bleachers mod. It's called Bleachers 2, the Fenn Sheriff Department. And so far, it's an interesting story. So that's what I love about Fallout 4. When people actually get off their duffs and start making some good quest modules. And they don't have to be a million, hours long either. I've played some quest modules on that game that I've downloaded that, only take you maybe an hour or two to complete. But what I like about some of them is just the creativity, the lore. There's one where there was absolutely no combat whatsoever, but a ton of notes, computer terminal readings, and all that you had to go around in this, abandoned vault and find out what happened to the people down there. And there was, there was a little bit of combat, but I don't want to give too much away. But like I said, it was a good one, and it was entertaining. Now, some pictures, by the way, on the Doctor Who front. Yeah, some pictures popped up of Yasmin Finney and Shooty at a social event. But like I said, that's not on set or anything like that. So I think Yasmin Finney, if I remember correctly, is going to be there for the specials for the 60th. And then there it is. It's gone. She's gone. So, which I'm really hoping they aren't going to pull this. It was all a magical dream by the toy maker or something like that. I hate shows that do that. You've got to blame Dallas because for you old yeah, we talked about that in a previous video, Shooty's new Doctor Who outfit. Like I said, I love the jacket. It's a nice long leather. I love it. Well, not much I can do about what's going on if the video's breaking up because I'm sitting here in the parking lot. I've noticed when they're working on certain things, I don't know what they are, but they tend to mess with the networks, and a lot of people have already complained about that because what if, you're getting an emergency phone call or something like that, and you can't get it because, or somebody's trying to text you saying there's an emergency, and, they can't get a hold of you. Oh, okay, I thought someone said, yeah, the thing was buffering or breaking in, but that's not unusual. We're used to that. Great, I completely lost my train of thought from before. Oh, yeah, we were talking about the specials and all that. And I said, yeah, that started with a show called Dallas. If you're a boomer, you remember that. Where they had Patrick Duffy's character, Bobby, had gotten killed off the one season. At the end of the one season, there was some serious contract negotiations. And then apparently he came back and said, I want to come back. And we're like, dude, we ended you. I think it was on screen too. And then the beginning of the following season, and the show really went off in some off-the-wall total crap. And then they turned it around and said it was a dream that Pamela Ewing had because she wakes up and Bobby's in the shower. That's why if you hear that reference about somebody being in the shower, they're making fun of that season of Dallas. That didn't exist because it was all a dream so they could get Patrick Duffy back on and bail themselves out of the crap storylines they were in. And like I said, I hope that's, it's not going to be the case with the toy maker and stuff like that, that the beeps, the meeps, the yeeps, and the heaps, or whatever they all appear. The reappearance of Donna and, her family. I'm hoping that's not all going to turn out to be just one big fairy tale like they did with, oh no, this episode didn't happen in Sherlock. It was all in my mind castle. I didn't bother to watch it after someone told me that. I'm like, I know it's just fiction. I know it's just this. I know it's just a TV show, but I don't like it when people fall back on reset cop-outs just to get themselves out of a jam. They did that, of course, in Journey to My Infinite Disappointment, or Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, as you all know, the quote-unquote infamous movie poster season, where, oh God, like I said, one of these days I'm just going to sit down and do my own season reviews of the modern series, and just to show people what I think is good entertainment, what I don't think is good entertainment, because took the Magnum 5 PI season, or what happened? I haven't watched the new Magnum PI ever. It's like, oh yeah, also add to that list, because a lot of out there, we've talked to Lisa Bowerman a number of times, one of the very, very, nice people who helped bring a Big Finish and things like that. And she was completely upset with how they did David Warner's appearance on the BAFTA, in memory session. Basically, it was a bad photo. They split screened him with somebody else to save time. And then, of course, the fact they completely ignored Bernard Cribbins. It's like, who the hell put this together? Lancelot Link, Agent Chimp, did he put this together? Because what the hell? It's like Bernard Cribbins had been, in the industry for what? Over half a century? Around that? I'd have to look it up. But we're talking at least 40 plus years off the top of my head that I can think of. But don't worry, we're going to put him in the next one. That was their reply. We'll get around to it next time. And then people wonder why life is going to be such a joy when they invent the telekinetic head slap. Or even better yet, it'll be a little button app on your phone. Yeah, I was, like I said, different strokes for different folks. But when I saw the fact that now Higgins is this nice, tall, former SAS agent with a lovely figure, I was like, no, I'm not going to watch it, because I'm not a sexist bastard, but to me, Higgins will always be that one actor. And like I said, I grew up with Tom Selleck as Magnum, and frankly, I'm getting sick of all these damned remakes. Come on, you've had Hawaii Five-0 remade on air for like 10 seasons. You've had, and I'm like, what's going to be next? Car 54, where are you? Like I said, I'm not going to fault you or make fun of you for that. So now, We watched episode 1 of Picard, and I have issues with it. I have big issues with it. Okay, so Dr. Crusher, let's tally this up. Turned her back on all her friends, ran off to the middle of nowhere to fight some unknown force or evil. What does this sound like to you? Am I going crazy? Anybody want to take a guess what that sounds like to me? Afterlife, Ghostbusters. Because Egon Spengler turned his back on all his friends, ran off to the middle of nowhere to fight some evil way called that was going to wipe out the earth. And it sounds, and when I heard them running off that whole thing for Dr. Crusher, I'm like, holy crap, am I having deja vu, or have I not heard this before? Because that's what it seemed like to me. I'm like, this is the opening plot of Afterlife. Plus the fact that they named some, was it Titans like the Neo-Constitutional class? I'm like, really, guys? Are we digging that deep now to try to keep the old fans on board? Because Picard doesn't really have to do it, you know? Yeah, I watched, we're caught up on Last of Us. Yeah, that was a very good episode, this past one, where they're starting, Ellie's starting to find out a bit more. Oh, great, I forgot the guy's name. Pedro Pascal's character. It hit me in like half a minute. Found out, a little bit, found out he had a daughter and all this. That he's literally having panic attacks and all that because he's afraid he's going to let her down because in his own mind he feels like he couldn't protect his own daughter. What happened to her. So he doesn't want that happening to Ellie. So yeah, that was a very emotional episode there where he gets reunited with his brother. And then all that happens. But how many here really liked the appearance of that bloater that popped up at the end of the last episode? Where, the resistance fighters, we've got them on the run now. And the next, this hole opens up in the ground and this thing comes out with a whole cadre of its buddies. That was a kick-ass scene. So Last of Us, like I said, it had a little bit of a slow start, but then again, if you've watched the compilation of the, movies, the cinema scenes and all that from the games and all that, that's how it starts. And well, I just looked at the time. I've got to run in, guys. So take care, everyone. We'll catch you on the flip side. See y'all later. And we'll discuss more tomorrow morning when it will be Thursday. So take care, everyone. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll see you hopefully in the near future. Have a great day.